Good morning and welcome to Yoga Before Coffee. Today we're going to work on plank and modified plank. So we're going to start a little differently. We're going to start in one of my favorite restorative poses, which is child's pose. This is a mild inversion, so your head is going to be a little below your heart. It's going to help moderate your body. So I like to start with my big toes touching and your knees opened up wide. You don't want to feel pressure on your knees, so you might have to negotiate your body a little bit. And then kind of crawl your fingertips forward and lay your chest down onto the ground. All right, really let your sit bones come back towards your heels and then allow the third eye, or the space in between your eyebrows, to press down onto the floor. Yeah, take a deep breath in, feel the shape in your body, and gently send the breath out. Okay, there might be a little tightness of your hips here. If so, negotiate where your legs are underneath you. You can pull them in a little tighter if that feels good and takes pressure out of your hip flexors, or you can send them a little wider. It just depends on your openness. One's not better than the other. I like to kind of split the difference. From here, we're gonna work this shape a little bit with the breath. So crawl the fingerprints forward, press your palms into the floor, and then with your palms pressing into the floor, imagine you're dragging your palms back towards your head. So my hands don't move, but the action and energy I'm putting into them does. Press them down, pull them back. With that engaged, slide your shoulders down your back. Nice, and reach out through the crown of your head. Let's start to focus on the breathing in the belly. Inhale. Expand your diaphragm. Maybe feel your belly press into your thighs here. Exhale. Allow your stomach to decompress. Inhale. Expand like a balloon. Exhale. Deflate. Yeah, so notice in this position, when you inhale, you can expand wider through the sides of your waist. Your back can puff up. Your low belly can puff up. And everything decompresses. 2 more rounds, just like that. Natural breath, ride the flow. Nice. Let's start to cultivate your breath towards an Ujjayi breath, which is a breath of fire or a heat-building breath. So here you're going to seal your lips and start to breathe in and out through your nose with a gentle constriction in your throat. So if you imagine there's a mirror underneath your face right now, the breath would fog up the mirror on an exhale. So seal the lips, constrict your throat, deep breath in through the nose. Ujjayi breath out through the nose. So the air is riding in and out through the throat. It almost makes the sounds of the ocean, like the waves waxing and waning. 2 more rounds, build some heat. Inhale. Fog up that mirror. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Gently draw your hands underneath your shoulders, press down into the floor, and come to rise to a seat. Draw your knees underneath you. Good job. So that's the Ujjayi breath. We're going to use that breath in the pose today to help really activate the stomach and get the core muscles engaged. So we're going into a plank. We're going to start with a modification. In the perfect position to do so. As always, we want to stack the joints, right? So we're making angles with our body that are supportive inside of the skeletal structure. So the knees directly under the hips, get the wrists, the elbows, and the shoulders in one line. So right here, we're finally getting onto our hands. So I'm going to talk a little bit about what happens with the weight into the hands. You really want to spread all 10 fingers wide, like you're stretching through the webbing of your fingers. And then glue the L shape of your hands down into the ground. So this little section right here is suction cupping to the floor, right? And then you press through the pad of your hands as well as down through the fingertips. That's going to give you a nice supported base. From there, press weight into the hands, and then imagine you have 2 pickle jars underneath each hand, and you want to open them outwards. If you look at my wrists and you look at my forearms, when you do that, pressing down and rolling them outwards gets my wrist in better alignment with my elbow, right? So that's a good solid foundation for the hands. From here, you're gonna tuck the toes underneath, activate the glutes a little bit, and firm up through the quads. So if plank is a little challenging for you, you can just hold this position right here as a tabletop. Press down in the hands and get an isometric hold through your belly. So you squeeze the belly in and up, you reach the collarbones down towards your thumbs, and you keep pressing weight into the floor, pressing weight through your hands and your feet to keep the belly firm. Only you know how hard you're working here, but the belly should be cooking. Keep this all right here with a straight spine, and maybe move on to plank. Step one foot back, then the other, right? The action in the hands has not changed. The action in the belly has not changed. Squeezing everything tight. Now from here, I'm gonna drill my feet down into the ground. Shift my heels so that they're on top of the ball pads of my feet. Squeeze the belly in and slide those shoulder blades down. Now while sliding the shoulder blades down, press into the hands a little more to puff up through the chest. That'll engage your inner armpits. Now reach back through your tailbone, suck the low belly in, draw the low ribs together, and then draw the crown of your head forward. Yeah, you should be cooking here. Everything should be hot. Take a deep breath in. Ujjayi breath out. Again, Ujjayi in. Ujjayi out. 2 more, just like that. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze the belly in, firm the legs, reach to the crown of the head. Last one, press the floor away, suck everything tight. On an exhale, drop your knees. Shift your weight back, go work. And roll out through the wrists. That's the first time we kind of put that much pressure on the wrists. And feel the strength in your belly. Cool. We're gonna go for one more round, just right into the plank. Feel free to take that isometric hold if it feels better. Hands glued down, fingerprints and the hand pads. Press back onto your feet. Heels stack on top of the ball mount. Squeeze the belly in, firm the thighs. Squeeze the glutes, reach the tailbone down. Draw your chest forward, slide your shoulders back, puff up through the center of your back. Hold for 10, 9, squeeze 8, 7, press the floor away, 6, scoop the armpits, 5, 4, belly in, 3, belly tighter, 2, belly squeezes, 1, drop your knees down. Nice work. Let's go into a savasana. Roll down onto your back. Come to lying flat. Extend your legs out long, let your arms drop, flop to the floor. Yeah, feel the burning in your belly. Maybe place your hands right on that space. Deep breath in to your hands. Deep breath out. Again, inhale. Exhale. The core supports your body, supports your skeletal structure. So throw a little gratitude towards your tummy for the work it's done today and does for you every day. And then let your arms release to the floor. And start to soak in that soft, cotton candy-like mind. Let your body melt into the earth. Start to expand the horizon of your mind so that there becomes no beginning or end, only wide open space. And stay right here, or if you're ready, to greet your day. Reach your fingers above your head. Stretch your toes, stretch your fingers. On your timing, on an exhale, roll over fetal pose. Press your hand into the floor. Reground into your body. And on an inhale, rise to a seat. Bring your hands together in front of your heart. Feel all that fire, that heat you built up into your belly. And draw your thumbs to your third eye center. And bow forward, namaste.